It's Saturday, June 22nd, 2024, and I had a really good day. Probably for the first time this month, I had a really good, unusual day. And despite being, 90 degrees or whatever the case may be, it was a little nice, windy day. I went to the movies earlier and I saw the movie The Bike Riders. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Just like I gave the movie Thelma yesterday a 5 out of 5. Um, I was able to get money or have enough money to get something at my little Target Starbucks and say hi to my report peeps. Otherwise, I would have skipped the store in general and just went straight to the movies. My bus was about 10 minutes late, so I couldn't try to get like a small item at Chick-fil-A for breakfast. So I just went ahead and ordered some chicken tenders at AMC since the movie was starting soon, or the previews were about to start soon. So I made it in time. And just say hi to my other mall report peeps and things of that nature. Um, I also noticed that people noticed that I was not there last week. And that was because I technically still don't have money. I just pretty much have to look for money or whatever the case may be and hope for the best that God will provide for me, that somebody's gonna bless me or whatever. It's gonna come supernaturally, for me to be a prophet or whatever the case may be, learning how to walk in my gifts and call and talents. And it's like, okay, God, send me the money. I'm doing the work. I'm showing up. I'm getting on camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my best to, be isolated while also getting human interaction. You know, Today I was able to talk to a few of the teenagers, and then I noticed how like the enemy does a lot of infiltration every once in a while, of how he's trying to pin me against my report feeds, or he's making it seem like my report peeps are against me, you know, and I have to, every once in a while, I may have to kind of like step back from actually interacting with certain people. And then once my storm and once the enemy is pretty much loosen his grip off of me, I can focus again and be like, let everything flow naturally. Um, but yes, like today I was kind of able like do my best to keep it age appropriate within that rated G to PG-13 and kind of like twist my words around when I know I want to say something I shouldn't say or whatever the case may be. And it's like I even was telling myself I can't say that. Sometimes I may speak as I'm thinking it, and some kind of way I was like, oh, I can sense myself saying something I shouldn't say. It's like, Derron, you can't say that. Big D, you can't say that. Da, 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 da. But it felt good to actually see my report feeds, be able to vent, or at least say hi. You know what I'm saying? They kind of know what is going on with me, as to why they haven't seen me. But because I was able to get my AMC A-list restored for the next month, I will be able to at least see my movie peeps at both locations. But I have quite a other few report peeps in general that I would go to during the week that I haven't seen in a good month. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the money. So a lot of my, like, Taco Tuesday peeps, 2 different locations, Chipotle and a local taco place every other week. The expensive grocery store, and even my main home-based Starbucks at the hotel downtown. They have not seen me. And also my soul food place. every Wednesday. They have not seen me in a good month. So maybe I'll come across their For You page or something of that nature. But it's like, okay, take notice of the people who are making the effort to say hi and actually engage. You know, today, in my case, I was able to, interact with the Target employees and things of that nature for a hot second. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. They still know my drink order at the Target, Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? It's, a lot of my report feeds don't know my name, but they do know my presence, basically, or they know something about me when it comes to a part of my routine. They know I'm gonna probably see them, throughout the year. I usually see about the same people, no matter what time of, depending on what the time of day is of how I do my routines. Other than that, depending on if it's like the movies or whatever the case may be, that every once in a while I may see new faces or old faces or whatever the case may be. And it's kind of like a mixture of a blend of diversity from young to old. At any given time, I may be talking to a teenager who works at a certain location, or I may be talking to a mama or a grandma, you know what I'm saying? Or big brother, big sister, somebody you just consider like family, basically, and they see you all the time. They're used to seeing you. They still know your order, no matter what it is. Usually, they still kind of know my order. It's like I felt led to talk about pretty much about who are you doing this for? And I believe I had this idea when I was at the movies. Or when I was at church tonight. I go to church every Saturday night. So the summer sermon series is talking about God and the cosmos. I believe this is the week 2, second week. So yeah. So I actually go to worship in the morning to greet and stay for the entire sermon again. So yeah, it's like that's how God has my routine. Now, every once in a while when I was working, I would have to adjust my routine. So, of course, depending on what day I worked, I would have to fit my movie routines in it. And since, after I lost my job in 2022 and I've been unemployed on my little spiritual healing journey for 1.5 years now, God has provided the entire time. But like the May and June of this year, it's like, what the hell happened, God? But, yeah, it's like, who am I doing this for? I'm doing it for me. I'm Prophet Blue, Big D, Derron, or whatever you want to call me, that is, uplifting, or whatever the case may be, or best describes me. I'm doing it for me. I'm also doing it for my family, and especially for my siblings and younger generations. My immediate family, my extended family, or whatever the case may be. Even the people that have caused me trauma or have been absent out of my life. It's like, and at the same time, you kind of create those boundaries or whatever the case may be where they don't have direct access to you when they want it. You know what I'm saying? Just like if I'm on the road or out of the country or something, don't call me, just text me. And I'm more of a texter anyway. It's like I don't even like being on camera. Don't Zoom call me. Don't call me on the phone. None of that. I'll be looking like, nah, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm doing this for my brother, my sister, my niece and nephews, and younger cousins and things of that nature. I'm doing it for the younger generation. I'm doing it for the older generation. Ooh. I'm doing it for my rapport peeps. I'm doing it for my city. I'm doing it for the teenagers and things of that nature who look up to me unaware. And I started realizing that within the last couple of years. It's like people actually notice me. They notice me, my routines and things of that nature, even when I'm technically invisible. Doing my best to be a good person, doing my best to be a law-abiding citizen, and, I'll be a good brother, uncle, cousin, or whatever, nephew. Yeah, I've been lit all day. I don't know how my vibes have been so high all day, but yeah. Ooh, yeah, I feel good. Yeah, I'm doing this for my city, for the entire region, not just one part of it. Not just for one culture or background or whatever. I'm doing it for the people who watch me on the internet, or see me in person, on the bus, or the streetcar, who have common knowledge or some type of history about me within the past, I would say at least 2010, 2011, 2012. And as far as 2020, so like 2021, 2022, when I started getting on my spiritual healing journey, I'm doing this for the people who I met, my rapport peeps, families, or acquaintances, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I'm doing my best to hold myself accountable, and also be their first line of defense in an emergency. And be humble. I don't ask for help. I don't ask for nothing. I pretty much tell my life story, my testimony, and tell stories. Because that's what God wants me to do. That's why I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm a prophet, celebrity life coach, entertainer, trillionaire. And that's why I'm tapping into my passions and following my dreams and seeing myself on the red carpet. That's why I'm learning how to do voiceovers and working my talents and gifts as a spiritual person in general. To be open-minded and receptive and be able to talk explicit and outspoken instead of being religious and closed-minded and going word for word by what the Bible says, but not word for word what God is saying, and always doing everything for money and manipulation and lies and schemes and religions and scams and spams. Today I saw a video of this one TikToker, Be in the Bag. I've been following her for like a couple months. I like the girl. She inspires me, and I can see, myself in her, or whatever the case may be, and I can see, people like her that have, what I want to say, negative. I have negative energy, like, but she has a positive energy, but they remind me of certain people, that are negative or whatever the case may be. It's like this person's, and just like when I meet people, it's like this person has good energy, but their people have, bad energy, or you can see right through them pretty much, And for me, it's like, as I say, see right through me. It's like, yeah, it's like when I'm in public talking to people, I want to make sure I'm in a view of a camera, lights, and witnesses, and things of that nature. I'm usually loud, so that way, if somebody, doesn't like what I'm saying, they can say that, or whatever the case may be, and I wouldn't take offense to. But yeah, it's like, that's why I always say something about being, doing my best to be age appropriate, especially with the teenagers. Like, hey, because we have all these social issues where everybody is getting caught up, everybody's getting exposed. I'm over here doing the exposing of my own self just by talking. God wants me to expose myself so he won't expose me in front of people. I'm doing that with his help, basically. It's Prophet Blue. Thank you. Woo. Getting out of my comfort zone and stuff like that. Telling my story to the best of my knowledge. And, be honest about it. Be real about it. Be explicit about it, Because there are people who I have to reach who are not, they may have a relationship with God or spirit or universe or whatever, and they may be gangsters and things of that nature, and been in jail or whatever the case may be. I have to be able to be, comfortable working out in my spiritual assignment that God has given me, and not judge them from the outward appearance or by what I know about them. You hear me, God. But to know that, a few people noticed that I wasn't there last Saturday or whatever the case may be. I go to my main AMC on Thursdays and Saturdays unless I need to go to my backup AMC. And it's like, let me make sure I try to say hi to all of the workers and things of that nature. That way they'll know they saw me today. Even though it was a little bit busy. Or, it was a little bit busy at the shopping mall or whatever, but yeah. But I'm more of a morning person or afternoon. It's like, hey, if I don't have nobody going with me to the movies in the evening or at night, why would I want to go unless it's the only time that movie is coming out? I've done the 6, 7 o'clock at night or whatever on a Friday or Saturday or something, or probably a Thursday night when it's a new release. But yeah, I'm a morning afternoon person when I go to the movies, unless I'm actually with people when I go to the movies or at night or whatever the case may be. Cause I ride the bus, so yeah. But yeah, it's like, I'm doing this for me. I'm definitely doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing it to be in a spotlight. God wants to put me in a spotlight. Okay, I'm learning how to, be in a spotlight. Be comfortable in a sense, Be aware that when I do interviews and podcasts and stuff like that people will bring up, do I know certain people, or am I related to certain people who do similar things like I do? And I am, and I want to be comfortable saying their stage name and what they do. I have two brothers that are pretty much rappers. I have a sister that sings. I have a sister that does poetry. I have another sister. I'm not really sure what she does, and I'm not gonna. I'm being honest. You know, and a couple. I have a brother and sister I have not met. So yeah, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for a lot of people connected to me who look forward to seeing me every time I show up, as if it's been a week or it's been a month, and we can start right back where we left off. I really hate to be isolated and things of that nature and actually have to not actually be able to eat out or not be able to go to Starbucks. I think I go to Starbucks about 6 days a week, and then on Sunday mornings I go to the local coffee shop across the street from my church. But it's like, to not be able to mobile order or do DoorDash or Uber Eats, it's like started from the bottom. Now we here. Yeah, it was in my spirit. So like, just do it. Yeah, it's like I went up in the middle, and I'm in the middle, and I'm almost to the top. Now I'm getting dragged, pushed down back to the bottom when I was literally just in the damn middle. So yeah, I want to be able to call a chauffeur if the bus or the streetcar is down. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have my own personal security. I want my mansion. I want my penthouse. I want multiple real estates and multiple streams of income, generational wealth. Motivate, inspire everybody from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. If you really want to follow your dreams and want to bag like I do. Just like I want to have networks with rich people, celebrities, businessmen, rappers, gangsters, hustlers, entrepreneurs. Really nice dudes like me, that look like me, look crazy, and don't fit in. Yeah. Teaching myself to discern my energy, discern the other person's energy. When I feel uneasy or I feel like the conversation's not going anywhere, don't feel like I have to stand there looking crazy. And I have, be comfortable enough to walk away. Or, say a certain phrase. Like, I'll let you get back to work. I started coming up with certain phrases to end the conversation. Or to introduce it. Even if it's just a quick second of acknowledgement. Because people are busy. You know what I'm saying? And stay focused. I'm doing it for my neighbors who have known me since I've gotten my own place. And they're still here. I'm doing it for my city, the people I know in my community. I'm doing it for people across the world. While a lot of people are only doing it for themselves, their family, or their inner circle, or their church. I'm doing this for my home church that has 5 or 6 locations, and they keep and this year they about to add a couple more, and they keep moving preachers to different locations. I'm looking like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? Most of my leadership staff has continuous engagement with my home location, and my home, campus location. But other than that, yeah, it's like I get to meet new people from time to time, and things of that nature. I'm doing it for the men and women and kids that need hope, who don't think they can get out of the hood, who don't think they can change themselves, to actually be themselves, their reputation, their image, their inside appearance to be, get that outside appearance. Doing my best to be obedient to God as it becomes Sunday morning after midnight. Yeah. Who are you doing this for? I'm doing this for the people that mean something to me, who can see me even when I feel invisible as a celebrity, as a public figure, and learning how to adjust to being a leader in my community, in my church, in my routines, on the internet and on social media and things of that nature. I'm not here for the spotlight. When I was younger, or the old me, or whatever the case may be, not knowing anything about myself or that much about God. Even though I grew up in church and felt like I had a connection to God, I just didn't know how to reach Him. Even now, I feel like I can't hear or see or discern Him. And feeling like I don't have everything unlocked to be a real prophet. But in the last year and a half, I have given the courage to not quit. To believe that God will continue to bless me, or send the chip forgivers, the people who's going to bless me so I can actually be a testimony. To keep talking to myself and keep talking to God, keep talking to the universe, keep talking to angels and ancestors and whatever the case may be, whatever works for me, whatever makes me feel good. As I prepare for my money to come, my passport, my first class flights, my private jets, my high vibes lit and turned, my public appearances, my public speaking and motivational speaking and things of that nature, life coaching and, things of that nature. Get in the bag with people like Little Baby. Get in the bag with people like Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and Beyonce and Chris Brown and other local, national, and international celebrities and public figures. Oh Lord, millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. Woo! Yes, I think it's the Cancer season now. So I'm like, my birthday month is next month. I'm like, hey, I'm ready for this, for all these open doors. Come on, God. Show up for me. I'm tired of this Job experience, and I'm tired of being Joseph the dreamer when not having dreams or visions or a real insight. But having to walk by faith and not by sight. Ooh, child. Yeah, I'm having fun with this one. Yeah. Keep going, bro. Yeah, Prophet Blue, keep going, bro. Because I'm about to end the video. Anyway, just keep going. But yeah, remind yourself, bro, who are you doing this for? Whoa, let me get off of here. Woo, child. Ooh, yeah, remind yourself, who are you doing this for? I'm doing this for the people who reach out to me every morning or, every once in a while, and we can pick up back at where we left, whether we're friends, associates, or acquaintances, and things of that nature. Whether we're religious or spiritual or closed-minded or open-minded or part of the Breakfast Club and things of that nature, keeping keeping tabs on each other, this, that, and the other. You know, other than that, I'm doing my best to tap into my passions and follow my dreams and see myself on the red carpet. Hashtag Blue Shield.